Hey guys, this is Pony411. This is episode 193 for the week of August 20th. Like I said, I am Alca7raz, and with me is Nemesis.
Hey there.
Yes. So we got a kind of a short episode. Finally,
Probably.
we don't have pages of news to go through.
Probably have a short episode.
Probably, yeah. I don't know how our discussion's going to end up going. We might go on forever. We might not. Because, yeah, it's not like we script these things. So yeah, this has been a bit of an interesting week for a number of reasons.
Oh yes, indeed.
A number of reasons. You actually had fun this week.
Yeah, some fun. I also had some not so fun, but
hopefully that won't be a problem anymore.
yeah.
Hopefully that's been dealt with. Burglaries aren't fun.
No.
But Transformer conventions are.
Yeah, they are.
We got some stuff to talk about. Like I said, we got some news. Not a huge amount of news this week, surprisingly. Not like the past couple of weeks.
That's because the movie toys are all out and everything now.
For the
most part.
of them are out. Yeah. We got a comic to talk about.
Yep.
And we're gonna talk about the shorts, the Equestria Girls shorts that come out, and the new episode.
Yeah.
Let's just jump into the news. If you'd like to follow along, you can find all of our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Go there, click the link for this episode. Let's get to this. In convention news, Brenda Hickey and Mary J. Begin, and I'm not certain that's how you pronounce the last name, will be at HasCon.
Mary Jane Begin.
Yes, I think it's Begin. That's how it's spelled, but it might be another language. I don't know.
Yeah, HasCon.
Yes, more stuff at HasCon.
Lots of Mark Wahlberg also.
Yes,
They got
Transformers.
Mark Wahlberg.
Well, it's because of Transformers.
I know, but I'm surprised he's going.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess, well, if they want to pay him to go, I mean, if you're getting paid to go, would you go?
Yeah.
With how much money they're asking from...
But again, it's for the last night, so...
Yeah, they talk about the last night, but it was also an Age of Extinction.
Yeah, but it's just...
Although neither of those are great. It was not a good movie either.
Whatever.
Even with the Rainbow Dash in there, it couldn't even help it.
That made it worse.
It wasn't a great scene, actually. Yeah. Anyway, that's HasCon stuff. Nightmare Nights has also made an announcement. Sadly, they will not be returning after this year.
Yeah.
This year will be
done.
their last.
I kind of figured that was the case when I saw one of the con people start talking about how you need to go to a convention and not put it off till next year.
They've been saying that for a while.
They've been saying that for a couple of weeks. It's like, I suspect, and
yep,
that
it's
turned out
sad.
to be the case.
It's one of those that would have been kind of cool to go to.
That was one of the ones we put on our list of maybe someday.
Maybe
but
someday.
Just finances. It's at this point, there's no way to really scramble and get the money together to get there in October.
Yeah, because you have to find the money to fly out and money to hotel. Yeah, it's always been one of those, we have to budget, and it never made it into the budget.
Yeah.
Other ones took priority, and now it's not there. Alas, it is something that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's all the convention news. Into some fandom stuff. Legends of Equestria is delaying the open access release date due to the break-in. They're still working on things and making sure everything's all up to par, so they are having to, unfortunately, delay.
Till September 10th.
Yep, it will be September 10th. The Doors 3 announcement that happened last week has been modified a bit. Apparently, they're going to delay it another year due to some miscommunications and other things and stuff like that. So yeah, they are delaying it for another year and will be, I believe, revealed once it's all done and put together at next year's BronyCon.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is. Don't know exactly what happened. They said miscommunications and things like that. But yeah, they're delaying it. Fan game Delirium, which is like a top-down, I think it was a top-down scrolling horror type pony game.
I can't remember.
Something like that. It's been talked about a while back. Anyway, it's hitting Steam. Looks like Steam early release. Interesting how
early access.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's available. I think it's listed, but not quite available yet, the last I checked. Anyway, into merchandise news. Official images of the My Little Pony Do Vinci line are
Do Vinci.
Do Vinci, yes, because I can't apparently pronounce today. Yes, that is... What is it? Hasbro's own Play-Doh-like brand, because it's not officially Play-Doh, because that's a different brand.
It is Play-Doh.
It is Play-Doh? I
Yeah,
thought it was...
Hasbro owns Play-Doh. That's why we've been seeing the MLP Play-Doh sets.
Right, but the Da Vinci one
It's
is
a
more...
subline.
It's more fancy Play-Doh is what it is.
It's more art-based.
Yeah.
A subline. Because you can see it on the box.
Fancy.
It says Play-Doh Da Vinci.
Yeah.
And it's more art-focused, so that's why it's...
Yeah, it's
it
fancier, probably more expensive.
It uses a little gun thing to... like, I guess, like a glue gun to type thing to kind of... You put it on
So,
stuff.
like an extruder. All right.
Yeah.
But yes, it's images of...
gun.
Make sure you pronounce that L.
Yep, yeah, really overpronounce that L.
Otherwise,
the clerk in the hardware store looks at you funny, or because he's trying not to laugh because he's 16. Like I'm trying not to laugh
because mentally you're 16. Entertainment Earth has listings for some of the new brushables, including the new Songbird Serenade and some more All About brushables. They also listed a new 2-pack wave with 3 pairs of ponies included in it.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like Pinkie and Sky Star, Twilight and Songbird, and Rarity and Capper Dapper Paws, which I believe is now the first reference to his full name.
Oh.
Dapper Paws is where this one first showed up. It's
Wow.
interesting. They're pairing Rarity and Capper.
Uh-oh.
Like the fandom already did because of that one image.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. And some new items have appeared over on Amazon, including a new design of vinyl Twilight and Pinkie merry-go-round set and Sunset Sushi Truck. They've all now shown up on Amazon.
Listed actually available, and the Sunset Truck was actually available from Amazon, but now only third-party listing is there because they sold out very quickly.
Yeah.
And I was not part of the people because I didn't see it.
Aww. Yes, design of vinyl Twilight. It's interesting. It's pure white vinyl figure that you can draw on, apparently.
Yeah, and I don't believe it's the first one in this line.
Yeah. They've had similar things in different types and different shapes before.
Mm-hmm.
So. Into comic news, the main cover for the movie prequel number 4 comic has been revealed. It's cool. It's a reference to Star Trek movie.
No.
Andy Price did a really good job on it. It's also available as
First
a
Star Trek
print.
movie,
Yes, the first one with the big rainbow thing. It's really cool. It's also available as a standalone print that you can buy from Andy Price's website if it's still available.
Buy here for $40 and plus shipping.
Yeah. It may or may not.
Still available at this point, although there's a little there's a little bar.
Yes, there's only 100 made. I bought one.
It looks about a quarter of them have been sold.
Yeah. Or a quarter of them are left.
I don't know. I would
Depends
suspect the gray represents sold and the purple represents available.
Well, I can't see your screen from here, so
I'm just saying gray usually means.
But yes, it is limited availability. Yeah, $40 plus shipping. I bought one because it's really cool. It's like what, 16 by 13 or something like
13
that?
by 19.
13 by 19. That one. And an extended preview of prequel comic number 3 is up on Equestria Daily. And in Friendship is Magic news, more of the My Little Pony movie character posters have appeared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are like bright neon ones. Don't know how you get them though.
Electric.
Yeah. They look kind of cool.
Yeah, and a bunch of non-main characters.
Yep. And
all
Spike.
of them. Like I said, a bunch of non-main characters.
She's more main than the rest of them.
Say she.
I was thinking Kathy. It's voiced by she. Discovery Family Programming highlights have confirmed the episode titles, synopses, and release orders all through September. Again, we're just confirming what we already knew and that there are no breaks.
Yeah, so to
yeah.
change a changeling, daring done, it isn't the main thing about you, a health of information, and marks and recreation.
Yeah. That one's
yeah.
going to get like high expectations just for the title.
And that one was actually, that last one in September was actually teased last week in the Fame and Misfortune a little bit. Because that one's about the Cutie Mark Day Camp, and they talked about it just briefly. So let's see, September 2nd, September 9th, September 16th, September 23rd, and September 30th.
Yep. No breaks on this train. Yes. And last bit of news, we have a promo clip for the new episode, Campfire Tales.
Bugs!
Ah! Bees are not the bees!
And the scary cave. Remember that cave?
That cave.
It's back. And thirst for blood.
So yes, that's the news. Like I said, not very much.
Nope.
Moving on, we are going to talk about the comic.
Yep. Comic. Friendship's Magic number 57. And it was at sea. Written by Thom Zahler. I hope it's Thom. It might be Tom. One of those weird spellings. Art by Tony Fleeks and colors by Heather Beckel. It appears to take place shortly after the episode Discordant Harmony. Within this, Discord and Fluttershy come back through from Discord's house, and Pinkie sees it and jumps through the portal because she's chasing after Gummy, and she winds up in the Chaos Dimension place, and stuff happens. She gets used to it, and Discord starts
used to it.
Yes, and Discord slowly starts to lose his powers because of it, and they have to go and get Pinkie back. That's the gist of it.
Without spoiling things, yes.
Yeah. It's kind of an odd comic.
Well, yeah. It's a bit chaotic, you could say.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting.
It's a tough one to pin down, really.
Yeah. It kind of does a lot of stuff that might be easily broken by the show, shall we say?
It's cannon fodder.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here they try to establish, like how Discord work. Does Discord actually work and all that stuff?
Yes.
So, yeah, it's kind of an odd one. It's just... There's a lot of references. I mean, a lot of this is just an excuse for Tony Fleeks to go a little crazy with the visuals. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of weird what to do with Pinkie, I guess, as a character later on, because it's like... It's Pinkie, but not Pinkie.
Yeah, it is a bit odd on that one.
And I guess it's another one of those external forces corrupting type things.
Yeah, a bit.
So it's a little bit that there's a particular thing that a lot of people are going to go, oh no, about. So that's a thing that's kind of it's like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's kind of an odd issue in general. It's kind of.
Yeah, it's a tough one to pin down. I don't regret buying it.
Yeah.
But it is a tough one to pin down feelings on, because it is kind of a bit all over the place, hence chaos.
Yeah.
And yeah, the whole bit about how Discord's power works is a bit that could be problematic later on.
Yeah, it would not surprise me. This is one of the issues that gets kind of tossed aside just because of that, because so
it has implications.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting on one hand, and the other hand is kind of like it's kind of, I'm not sure if Pinkie in this issue is kind of.
Yeah, especially with it depends on so many things that it raises more questions than it has answers, really.
Yeah, just
how they wrote Pinkie really depends on how they make things work.
Yeah,
they didn't answer, so we don't know, so we can't really say. It's why it's hard to pin down.
I mean, so it's interesting. I think it's worth going and picking up, but it's just kind of a strange issue.
It is strange.
So just know that it's got a bit of an odd setup and whatnot. So
don't forget to close your doors.
Yeah, I guess don't forget to don't leave them open. Mom, no!
Okay. You're playing with fire here. That Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
That Gravity Falls. Wow. Rick and Morty.
Yep. Yep. I guess it's worth the $4. It's an odd story, so I'm wondering how I suspect some people might not like it too much just because of just how it handles things. Other people might like it a lot. It just, again,
I could see people using that concept with Discord and stuff in fanfics a lot, using it as a prompt or a tool.
Yeah, they could.
Plot device.
Yeah, but it's just an issue that may or may not be kind of killed canon-wise in the future based on how they want to, if they decide some stuff regarding Discord in the show.
Yeah.
So that's that.
That's that. So yes, that is a comic. Next, we're going to talk about the Equestria Girls shorts that came out, the new ones. So yes, let's get to that. So the first short that we're going to talk about is called The Art of Friendship. And in it, Sunset and Pinkie are, I think, in like art class or something like that. And Pinkie's trying to find inspiration and Sunset helps. Yeah. It's simple, it's short. It's alright. It's shipping fuel.
Little bit of shipping fuel. Sun pie.
Sun pie. That's not one we see a lot.
Not really, but it does pop up from time to time.
Right. It does, just under a different name. Pinkie loves bacon bits.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yes, I remember now. Yep, that's the thing.
That one's pretty common. Slightly different take on that one. But yeah, it's not much I can say on that particular short.
Yeah, no, really not a whole lot to it. It's, Pinkie's makes a mess, and she goes around trying to come up with something to draw, and
it's simple, it's short. Okay.
Yeah, she's trying to find inspiration, including drinking juice and going and hanging out in a tree.
Creative juices.
Yeah. And going and banging on a drum. And then everything else.
Yep. The other one is called Epic Fails. And yeah, apparently there was a picture in like a magazine of Countess Colatura falling over during yoga, and they started thinking about their embarrassing moments, and it showed them off in flashbacks.
Uh-huh.
That's a thing. So, some of them are kind of funny.
A little bit.
This one I think is overall better, more entertaining, I should say, than the other one.
Yeah. But that last line is a little...
It just needs to not have that last
line. The line is
like,
really?
They didn't have to actually say it. It was bad enough that was the title, but you got away with that. But it's just... How many years late to that meme are they?
Yeah.
But other than that, it was kind of funny. The little things here and there. It was all right, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you got stuff like, the big one was Sunset and Rarity's little thing, because Rarity had something stuck in her teeth, and Sunset's trying to get her to...
Yeah, that was probably the funniest one. Yeah. It did finally show off Dash's work outfit thing.
From the recent mini.
Yeah, we've been seeing all those little fun stuff like that. So,
or in that review on our channel, plug.
Haha, gotta get it in there somewhere. Yep. So I wonder which short's gonna be the one with Sunset in her sushi truck.
Yeah, and
that's gotta be coming up
because we've seen Applejack's, we've seen Fluttershy's, now we've seen Dash's. Still Twilight, Rarity, Pinkie. I think Pinkie.
I honestly can't remember.
I think the art class was the Pinkie one, actually.
I think that was?
Yeah, I believe the artist Pinkie, that was, it's one of the minis.
Artist Pinkie.
That's one. That's another one down, so that's 4. Yeah, so it's left at Sunset, Twilight, and Rarity. I think.
I'm trying to remember what they even had in the figures.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the Rarity figure, and I don't have the little catalog with me, so we're in a different room.
I'm not getting up to go get it either.
Yeah, so Sunset's some sort of truck, the sushi truck thing. Twilight's got the tech support thing, and I can't remember what Rarity is, unfortunately. Oh, Rarity's some sort of fashion store thing. It looks like, yeah, not surprising.
We haven't seen her in a fashion store yet.
Not in these shorts, anyway.
Yeah, not in the shorts. She's always doing something.
Pinkie wasn't the painting one. Pinkie was some sort of waitress. Okay.
So we haven't seen Pinkie's yet either.
We haven't seen Pinkie's yet, then, after all. Whoops. So, okay, that's 4 we haven't seen yet. That was 7. So, yeah, it'll be interesting how they integrate the Sunset one at some point.
She runs a sushi truck.
I mean, just seeing how that works in the Twilight one, and they really get into the problems tech support gets into.
I could regale you with stories.
Eventually, with her ending with her throwing a laptop at the customer.
And that's only after the first month.
You talk about this in the first hour.
It only takes like a month.
What's wrong with you?
It only takes about a month to reach that point.
Yeah.
The depression comes shortly afterwards.
So it was kind of interesting. Although it's weird. That's Sunset's most embarrassing moment was being caught chewing on a leaf.
Right. She's a vegetarian.
Sure. Because that one whole incident didn't happen, the whole...
Raging she-demon.
That's pretty embarrassing.
That was kind of embarrassing.
Same with Twilight. Hers should be kind of that point, and she kind of also turned into a raging she-demon thing.
Although it might just be a different situation. Yeah.
It's still pretty embarrassing. Yeah, it was fun, I guess, but still kind of the last line.
To put the line in there. Yeah, but it was interesting. That's the shorts.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the shorts. They're short, so not a huge amount to talk about on them. We'll pad them out as much as we can, though.
Why not?
So yes, final discussion topic. We do have a new pony episode to talk about. Yes, this is Triple Threat. So, quick synopsis of this episode. Spike is going to have Ember over. Big friendship thing, help. And Thorax shows up because Spike forgot we invited him over, too, and wants to talk. Spike thinks this is a bad idea and tries to keep them separate. Things go bad. Things go even worse. Then things get better.
Yeah.
And yeah, that sums it up.
And Thorax and Ember become friends.
That's where things get better, yes. And they don't start a war.
Yeah.
Yeah, this episode had some good points to it. It did. It was all right overall. I think it was overall all right. But it was a Spike episode. And those are a bit hit or miss. And it was reliant on a little bit of cringe humor, and I'm not a huge fan of that, but that's just a personal thing.
Right. This episode is weird for me because
so we got a comic and an episode that are both
this
weird.
This one, the thing is, there's a lot of good scenes in it. But, like, the overall premise is really flimsy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird because the overall premise is like, really? That's the problem? That's kind of strange. Particularly, it's just the problem is I accidentally invited 2 different people on the same day. And it's like, well, the biggest problem there is you're just kind of being rude to them. And, well, as we find out towards the end, they would have been okay with it. But... yeah, they kind of blew it out of proportion. Spike blew it out of proportion, and it's just kind of Spike got hit with the idiot stick.
Yep,
and
that's
the problem is when he did so,
issue.
he accidentally spread the idiocy to Twilight and Starlight.
Yeah,
and
I'm surprised you included Starlight.
I'm actually honestly surprised Twilight particularly went along with this.
Yeah,
so she didn't once say, or she might just decided like to go hands off and let Spike figure it out himself. But I don't know.
Except that she was kind of complicit.
Yeah, she was complicit, and that was the thing. It's like what?
Sort of. Well, it's interesting. She started out saying it'll be fine.
Yeah, and
then
maybe as someone said, it might be she just silently just decided Spike might know better because he's a dragon.
Maybe.
And that would be
knows Thorax better.
Yeah, he knows he's closer to Thorax. He knows what dragons are like better. So it might just simply be she thought maybe he has good judgment. I'm just going to go along with it.
I don't think he's right, but I'm going to go along because he might know better.
Yeah,
which is something that happens that you do a lot.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that's kind of the best way. You'd have to kind of use that to kind of explain that away because it is kind of a weird, again, flimsy premise.
It is
for
a bit
the whole
flimsy
episode. It's just. They didn't entirely, in my opinion, make it work. Not entirely. It kind of does, but again, its actual premise, when you really look at it, you go,
yeah.
What?
You could say that about a lot of things.
The only thing is, it really is about is it kind of, it gets away with it solely because a lot of some of the scenes were pretty good.
Yeah.
But even then, some of those kind of felt missed a little bit. There was the bit where Ember first showed up, actually, this is that was kind of neat, just kind of seeing Ember just kind of flailing when it came to friendship in a sense.
Yeah, she's still learning the ropes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
that's kind of the whole point. She was there.
Yeah, it comes from a completely different culture and everything, or like this sort of thing is frowned upon, or was frowned upon.
She's trying to fix that.
Yeah, so that's in and of itself kind of interesting, but then they also got Thorax, his culture is very much like that, but he's embraced it much quicker. But he's also much more of a pushover.
Yeah, he is. And that was the whole point. He's kind of a pushover,
which makes sense too, because he was a changeling underling, so
and he was a rejected changeling underling.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Follow.
Yeah, it makes sense. He'd be a bit of a pushover in this. He has like 0 leadership experience, so of course he'd be like, "Oh, please,
no."
So it's
I even offered a prize.
So it's interesting seeing 2 different cultures who are both alien to this whole concept of friendship and harmony, and but from 2 different perspectives entirely.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there was, how you said, the premise was kind of flimsy. At least the conflict, I will say, is flimsy.
Yeah.
The concept of trying to have them both together could have worked a lot better, but the conflict they chose came together flimsy. Because yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm just sitting here wondering if it could have made for a better, at least stronger core concept of the episode if they went along with the idea of Spike, Ember, and Thorax all together like constantly, and Thorax and Ember not really initially getting along just because of personality stuff. If that went along with that, I mean, because it's more, I think, more believable to a degree. Just that, okay, they aren't really totally getting along initially, but they kind of learn to appreciate each other, or whatever. But
yeah, because I mean, instead of trying to keep them separate, actually try and entertain them both simultaneously. Together.
And the conflict comes from the two of them being interested in different things and stuff, and
also
possibly
you could bring in the fact that it was kind of rude.
Yeah,
and
that
forgetting,
too, and
kind of jealous, wanting each other's personal time, and
then getting irritated at each other because they both want Spike to
competing for his attention.
Yeah, and then eventually then you have this scene where it blows up and blah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe that would have been that might have been a stronger core concept,
or execution of concept. Yeah, maybe. I said overall it wasn't horrible.
No,
it was mostly I won't say mostly watchable. It was watchable. It was entertaining enough. It's definitely not one of the lower ends. It was a little bit more on the mid tier for the season, I think, because it did have a lot of good points to it, and it was just it wasn't bad. It was just flimsy in a couple points, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some great points. Ember was just great all around.
Oh yeah,
Ember's awesome.
Yeah, Ember's great.
Especially that first opening. Let's go to the castle. No,
let's fly to the castle.
Yeah, let's fly to the castle. But no, they're gonna go. They don't want to go to the castle. And her response, well, I could just go without you.
Oh,
that was great.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I actually like Ember as a character, and but I'm still like on Thorax as a character, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he's very different, and it's going to be different for everyone on how you like it. Again, that's just going to be a personal.
That's just a personal thing. For me, Thorax is just kind of whatever as a character. I don't really dislike him, but I don't really like him either.
Yeah, he just doesn't mesh with your personality. And I get it. It's just kind of whiny, kind of. Yeah, it's just maybe he'll get better now that he's learning to be assertive.
Maybe.
It's probably the same reason why Fluttershy is not too high on your list.
More or less kind of the same sort of thing. And we'll probably see how that goes in the future. We will see how this goes in the future with Thorax.
Yes.
Because they dropped hints towards future events.
Yeah, do we want to talk about those hints yet, or do we have other things to get to first?
Well, it doesn't really matter what order. We'll get to the things when we get to things.
Yeah, there were quite a few things getting dropped in this. Sort of subtle, sort of not so subtle. Thorax dropped a few, especially talking about there's a rogue faction.
Yeah, his problems, he's having problems getting changelings to follow him because, well, he's a pushover.
He's kind of a pushover.
He is a pushover, not kind of.
And he specifically said that there's a rogue faction that hasn't adapted because
it's not the way they've done things.
They've been doing this for hundreds of years.
Why'd change now?
Yeah. So that kind of ties into something that we wanted to see with Chrysalis. Maybe, Rogue Faction joins up with her, or parts or different factions, kind of things like that. So that kind of opens that door.
And then also he dropped this thing about his brother.
And that's something that we know is coming up. Yeah. So a little bit of foreshadowing, a little bit of placement beforehand going on there.
Yeah, it was. Ember, I just want to see more Ember.
I just want to see more Ember. Ember's great,
and she's fun.
Yeah, I love the she's the assertiveness that she has.
Sometimes misguided.
Sometimes misguided, but she just does what she needs to do. There's no questions there. It's great.
Yeah. I would actually like to see her interacting with more characters too.
I want to see her and Rainbow interact because I think they either.
Oh boy,
that could go two ways. They could either get along amazing,
or they'll hate each other,
or they will just constantly butt heads. And either way, I'd love to see the episode.
Because we saw a little bit. I mean, beyond this, we've seen Ember before this interact a tiny bit with Twilight and Rarity, but.
Yeah,
not a whole lot. And this, I'd like to see. We saw a little bit more. I'd like to see interacting with Twilight, and how they would, because it's on that scale, you could actually have excuse of Ember's Lord of Dragons, Twilight's a princess. On
Yeah,
an ambassadorial level, you've got that.
Yes.
So I'd like
But
to see them
Spike's the
interact.
official ambassador.
Yeah, but you'd still have that sort of thing where they'd still on a political level they would interact. So there's
So are you saying
that we kind of see them.
Are you saying you want to see more politics in this show?
Yes, yes, but yeah, because I'd like to see them actually. Could we see a little bit of that where Twilight seems to actually genuinely like Ember.
And hugged her.
Yeah.
And the hugging.
Oh, yes, the hugging again.
Ah, yes, the hugging thing again.
Because I can't remember, wasn't the last episode of them, or didn't they have something about Twilight riding to Ember?
Maybe.
I could have sworn that was a thing, so...
Yeah, that we just made up with and talked about how we'd like to see it. It could be that too.
I swear that was a thing.
I remember us talking about having them write, but I don't remember if that was something in the episode or just something we came up with.
Yeah. Yeah, also, big thing, Lyra and Bonbon.
Lyra and Bonbon.
Arguing about something.
They're having a couple's argument.
Yeah, because Spike trying to fix their friendship problem.
Best friends.
Yes.
There was a couple of things. There was also that one scene that's, I've seen a couple people catch, and it could be either direction, but the two stallions sitting down at it looked like a restaurant table or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably
Could be. Might not be.
I'm guessing it's probably not.
It could go either direction.
But that's just me being cynical.
Yeah,
It's
the
like
cynic part of
just
this
there.
probably not. But it would be cool if it was.
It'd be cool if they did something with Lyra and Bonbon.
It would be really easy for them to do.
Because it's like
the doors
they
open
keep
for
setting
them.
it up. They've blatantly pointed towards it before just saying, actually, no, they're just friends though, or
Gal pals. They're just gal pals.
gals. Oh god, that's my favorite thing. Gal pals, just gals being pals. And I see that they're really good pals.
Really good pals.
There's some interesting stuff beyond that. It's kind of weird also. Yeah, Ember in the wall thing.
Just eating
the walls, and then she just thinks that's a friendship thing. You put the food on the walls for your friends, so she takes muffin and onto the wall.
Yes.
Cue fandom outrage.
Oh, and those eyebrows, though. Oh my god.
Yeah, the eyebrows is like,
oh, geez, the eyebrows.
that's gonna be used a lot, I think.
Oh, it already is. I've already seen a lot of it.
Yep.
There was also a short scene with Thorax and the eyebrows and the smug face.
Yeah.
With the
Fire.
the fire. Yes.
Fire as well, just staring right in the fire. Burn them all.
Some changelings just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen old comics when they first introduced the Twilight's Castle with Spike eating the walls, and now we have Ember actually doing that.
Yep, Ember doing just that. And I'm surprised, hey, could you not eat my house?
Don't eat my house.
Could you please?
She didn't
I'm
think
not
it was a
sure
house.
if that will grow back or not. It's made by magic, but I really don't know, and I don't want to test it.
I don't want to test.
I don't want to lose another house.
Part of her probably does want to test
but
it because
the other part of her is like, I don't want to lose
I wanna test
another
this,
house.
But do I want to lose? Yes.
Also, chairs.
Chairs.
But remember, guys, she's not actually obsessed with chairs. She got desperate because she's trying to keep Thorax away from Spike and Ember.
Yes. And I can tell people are going to try and take it literally. And it's like the whole Rainbow Dash doesn't like other ponies touching her hooves. People have taken that super literally. And it's like, that was an excuse that she made up on the spot. Did you not catch the sarcasm?
Yeah.
Some of them don't. Some people can't.
Yeah, I've noticed this fandom has a really hard time catching subtlety sometimes.
Yeah, some people just can't. So, but still, that's will be not subtle for you. That was not literal. That wasn't something she had to come up with on the spot.
It also did like Ember was here genuinely trying to make friends. She was genuinely trying to do more about friendship. She just doesn't know how. She doesn't know how, but she's genuinely trying, which makes her a better student than Starlight.
Oh.
Who wasn't trying and trying to avoid it, and then,
Yeah, and then mind controlled everyone. Yeah, that's great job. Anyway, moving away from that.
Twilight, you should replace your student. There's a better student sitting right there waiting for you.
That's Spike's student. That's Spike's friend. It's Spike's job.
No, Spike's job is number one assistant.
Yeah, but I think in this episode, Starlight was fine.
Yeah,
So
she wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad. She was fine.
It is weird that they illustrated problem with the character, and it's like, so you gonna fix that then?
Yes.
Now that you acknowledged it?
Ember can't tell the difference between Starlight and Twilight.
Yes,
which is kind of funny.
I'm pretty sure I'm wondering if that's them acknowledging the criticism of the character that I've had and other people have had.
Yeah, it's a continuation of the meta-ness from the last episode.
Starlight is just a knockoff of Twilight.
I honestly can't tell the difference.
Could also just be Ember's kind of a bit of a racist. You all look the same.
It's kind of racist there, Ember.
Hey, remember that one comic? The comic with the official comic where the ponies were being racist against dragons.
Yes.
I guess canon it's the other way.
Canon racist against ponies. Yes.
I'm guessing once again that that comics are kind of in a shaky ground with the canonness.
Canonness.
Although we do see the ponies are genuinely skittish around dragon because...
Yeah, they're really skittish. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, there's that one where it's like, I understand her running away because Ember definitely was moving to attack.
Yeah, that was like, yeah,
that's like, I understand why you ran away, but the rest of you...
She roared and made a loud noise. Everyone scattered like insects.
Then again, real ponies are skittish too.
They are.
But then again, these aren't real ponies. These are
not real ponies. They're magical talking ponies.
Yeah, they're anthropomorphic and have many human characteristics. One of them probably wishes he had more human characteristics than others. Hands! One of them has had human characteristics. Two of them now has had human characteristics.
One of them was a dog.
One of them was a dog, but I want to be a dog. Come on, be honest. Everyone wants to be a dog at some point.
Yeah, in some ways, yeah.
Because dogs are awesome.
Dogs are great.
Except for that one.
Dogs are great. There are no bad dogs.
That one wasn't really a dog, though, so it totally doesn't count.
Wow. Yes. Ember's racist against dragons. And apparently we have to keep reiterating this. Racism's bad.
Yeah, racism is bad. Who knew? Apparently half the country.
Apparently people still haven't figured this one out.
Anyway, moving away from that a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a bit.
A little.
A bit. Yeah, there was... Okay, this was, I think, the one... There was one thing where it's kind of bugged me just because Starlight, because, like, you're being insulting towards Twilight and Spike right now.
Which scene?
The big early on, it's like, I think you're hanging around Twilight too much. So you're kind of being insulting to both of them.
Not really. It was a play up
really
for the joke.
That was a bit...
It may have been a bit on the nose, but it was obviously set up for that from the beginning. I mean, seriously, Spike was running around panicking about the list.
Just because the writers set it up that way doesn't mean it's not mean.
It probably could have been written a little bit differently, but the joke was still there that, yeah, Twilight's kind of rubbing off on Spike.
We've already seen Spike already makes bigger deals. This is not a new thing either.
Yes, but the whole list thing.
I know. Well, he's already making lists.
The execution could have been a little bit better, but it wasn't
making lists.
That
so when you're organizing a thing,
it was panicking about it and having lists about things to panic about.
Yeah.
That is very much a Twilight thing.
Well, when it comes to dragons, I would not.
But still, that was so much a Twilight thing.
Yeah, but it's still a little insulting to be like that, for Starlight to act like that.
Yes, but how often do you playfully joke with your friends about their flaws?
That doesn't sound very faithful to me.
Like I said, the execution could have been a little bit better, but it wasn't that bad.
Stop standing for Starlight.
I'm not standing for Starlight. Just playing it how it actually is and not making it worse just because it's Starlight.
I'm not looking to make it worse. I'm just saying what it is.
It's not. It's not as bad as you're thinking it is. Just because Starlight said it doesn't mean it's automatically worse.
I didn't say that. You're just
you didn't have to.
You're just assuming that. I will say the one genuinely funny thing was when Starlight sank down in the chair.
That was great. That was you're here. I'm out. I'm done. I'm out.
Thorax became a bear.
Thorax became
I'm
a
in a bear suit.
Bear. All right. Thorax is
he is green.
Yes.
He does have solid colored eyes.
Maybe a mongoose dog.
And I still actually don't. I still don't really care for his design, to be honest. Either.
It's his horns. I
for
know
me,
it's
it's not
based
just
off
the
that one
horns. It's
beetle,
just
but
a lot
it's
about it. I know it's a bit based on a beetle, but it's still just like for me, it's just.
For me, it's just the big orange horns or a giant eyesore. I mean, the rest of it's not as good as it could be. Just a shift of the color pattern, just like some of the other changelings.
I know.
Yes.
I still prefer the old design.
Yeah, I prefer the old design, but even with the new design, just shifting the color pattern, some of the other ones had better ones.
Yeah,
but for me, the biggest one with Thorax is just a giant orange horn just stick out like a sore thumb. That's just my biggest issue.
It just reminded me. I just remembered that Ember sat like a dog at one point.
Ember sat like a dog.
So this whole dragon equal dog thing has merit.
Maybe it does. Dragons are dogs.
Woof.
Woof. But yes, the shippers are going to have major fuel after this one.
Yeah, good for Thorax and Ember.
Thorax and Ember shipping is now
a thing.
A big
confirm
thing.
that.
Like, really big thing after this.
Some people are also shipping once again Ember and Twilight, because that was a bit of a thing before.
A thing too,
and now it's a thing again. Ember and Spike, it was a thing, but that seems to have died off, oddly enough.
Oddly enough.
It died off pretty quickly, and it's still there,
although
but
Thorax and Spike is still
this
around.
episode probably doesn't really help with the whole shipping for Ember and or Spike, but...
Yeah. Yeah, now we have a new one.
Yep, new ship.
How do you... What was that one? Mbax?
Oh.
Thorber?
Mbax sounds like it's easier to say.
Mbax.
Mbax.
Mbrax.
Mbrax? I'm trying to remember what the tag was I saw.
I don't know.
Thorber.
Someone's just going to go the lame way and just call it Thorax Ember. Or Ember Thorax. That's like calling it Sunset Sparkle.
Dipper, you screwed that one up. You screwed that up so hard. It's right there in front of you. And what'd you do?
Sunlight!
The most obvious name is right there in front of you. It's right there.
Yeah. Oh, there were some great parts in this episode. There really were. It was definitely watchable. It wasn't horrible. It's just... parts of it felt a bit flimsy. I think it was really just the conflicts.
I completely forgot about this map thing.
Oh, right, the map thing. We completely overlooked
I'm going to be honest.
that.
I said this on Twitter, but I'm going to be honest. You can cut out the whole map thing and it changes almost nothing about the episode, so it feels weirdly tacked on.
Sort of. I mean, it was only there to give Spike a reason to try and abandon Thorax later on.
I guess.
And not pay attention. Because that whole scene would have had to be completely changed if it wasn't for the...
Yeah, but...
For that.
And that's the thing, it just feels weird. It just kind of like an additional, let's add this too.
Yeah, it's like they were looking for things to extend the time.
If anything, Spike at the very least, you can at least somewhat give him an excuse as to why he's on the map versus someone else. Because he does have a throne, even though it's a little one.
But it doesn't have a cutie mark.
He doesn't have a cutie mark, but he does have a throne next to Twilight, so he does at least have a bit of a connection to the map versus Starlight, who shouldn't have really anyone unless... Yeah. Anyway, unless Starlight broke something when they reignited the thing.
Could have.
He
put her own
broke
stuff in there. Although that was a great line. Wow, it must be really reaching out.
Ouch.
That was hilarious. I
appreciate when they burn Spike in new ways.
Oh, that was great.
This gives me life. But yeah, it's kind of weird. They're just doing this weird thing with the map, and
the map is weird.
Have the map call Sunset.
That would be great.
Do it. Just all of a sudden one day, just try this looks, and it's just... And
why is the map glowing?
I mean, while it's Sunset. Twilight, help! Something's going on. I don't know what it is.
Well, and the weird thing is,
that's how you bring
their cutie marks glow, right?
Yep.
So, where's Sunsets?
Yeah.
They don't have cutie marks.
At least that we've seen. Because we've never seen that
They
part.
wear them on their clothes.
Yeah, but we've never seen their...
Well, yeah, we're not going to.
No, we're not going to.
We're not going... Unless they have like some... wait, a beach episode.
Well, those minis... Those minis were
There was
found.
the mini beach episode thing.
We're getting a web series.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway. Yeah. So
But yeah, that would be weird. Like, my shirt's glowing.
that's an easy excuse to bring Sunset over. Just all of a sudden the map comes, and it's like their cutie mark sending over Cantaloupe because the whole thing is she's finally gonna make up with Celestia. There, I wrote an episode for you guys.
There's an episode.
You're free to use it as you please if you hear it. If you're
No
hearing
credit
this,
required, even. I just want to
just
see
make
this.
it happen, and then make kissy faces as Twilight. I mean,
That's
actually,
not
yes,
happening.
but
That's not happening.
it should be happening. No, you have no excuses anymore. No excuse. No good excuse anyway.
No good excuse. There's always an excuse. It just might not be a good one.
Anyway, we should probably.
No, the excuse is that,
We're way off
it's
topic.
Sci-Twi.
Yeah. No, not that one. Not that one.
Yes, that one.
The other Twilight. Maybe we're getting.
Yeah, we are a bit off topipic, but
no.
whatever.
Yeah, we need our action.
I mean, there's not much else. We've
much
basically
else.
gone over everything.
More
so far.
more important stuff.
Yeah, most of the important stuff.
Someone will say, "But you forgot."
Well, we always forget something.
Yeah, I mean, last week, let's be honest, we barely actually talked about the episode itself.
We
We mostly talked about
talked about what happened about,
talked about the
outside
implications of the
the
episode.
implications, which was probably more important.
Anyway. Yeah, there's not really much else.
Yeah.
So we probably should
Yeah,
go ahead and move
So-
on. Just
probably missed some things, but whatever, we'll move on. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about in the episode.
Yeah.
We do have a little bit of fan content, which I didn't actually mention at the beginning of the episode. But yes, we do got a little bit. I've got some music, so let's talk about that. I've got 2 songs to feature this week. First one is We're Not Flawless, remixed by Undreamed Panic.
I never claimed to be perfect. My mistakes are all written in ink. None of us claim to be perfect, and it's sad if that's what you all think. Our flaws help to make us special. They bond us and keep us strong. Our flaws are what brought us together, so stop acting like something's wrong. We're not flawless. We're a work in progress. We got dents and we've got quirks, but it's our flaws that make us work. Yeah, we're not flawless. We're a work in progress. So tell me what flaws you got too, 'cause I still like what's flawed.
But yeah, this is a nice, fun remix. It's got a really good flow to it, and I love the vocal choppings that they did here. It worked really well. I've heard some remixes so far that just didn't. It's like, oh, it's got great music and the vocals just don't fit. But no, this both of them fit really well, I think. It really could use having clean audio, and less, show sound effects that happen during the song and the show, but there's not much Undreamed can do about that. I mean, you got to use what you have. But other than that, I think it was really well done. And again, I love the vocal chops too. It works.
yeah. The beginning actually has a bit of a heavy bounce to it, which is interesting because heavy things can bounce.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a bowling ball bounce? Yeah, it's
Never
interesting.
seen a bounce of a watermelon covered in rhino lining.
Right. And yeah, some of the stuff that's done to the vocals work well. I won't call it splicing just because it's mostly
It's
the same.
chopping.
But yeah, it was pretty good too.
It's great on the YouTube page. He's got the lyrics, including the lyrics for the vocal chopping, and it's funny. It's just funny. But yeah, it's good. It's not perfect. It's not flawless.
You had to do it.
I had to, but that's mainly, I think, because stuff in the original and the show.
Yeah, I noticed it too. But yeah, that's the one of those things
You
just have
can't
to
do
deal
anything
with
about it.
until we get a clean copy of the song. This is something you have to deal with.
Yeah, but it's good. Anyway, the next one I have is, I'm going to try and pronounce this, Saiyan Axe Spark. I really like this song. It's got this uplifting, happy, joyful, not happy, joy, but happy and joyful feeling to it. It's also a bit on the airy side too. It's just that really uplifting, almost peaceful kind of a sense to it. It's just really nice to listen to. Can't help but bounce along with it. It's got an amazing flow. There's a little bits of strings in there that are just awesome as well. It's just a really good song.
Yeah. There's one part I really like that the strings come. There's some strings that come in.
Yeah,
That's
like I was
really
saying,
cool.
I love
That's
a good set of
part.
strings.
There's not a whole lot of vocals, but they are there, and they really actually add to the song quite a bit.
Yep, they do.
So it's actually a pretty nice song overall. It's just kind of hard for me to articulate why I like it. So
Yeah, it is. It's hard to say why. Well, I just did, but
yeah, you did.
Yeah, really good song. It's off of a 4-part EP, the Paris by Night project EP that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Good song, good EP. Go check it out. Those are the only 2 songs I've got.
Yep.
For today, and you don't have any fanfics.
My week was crazy.
Your week was crazy on multiple cases, so I guess I'll let that slide.
You don't have authority over me.
But yes, so since you don't have a fanfic and no updates either, that's the end. That's the end of the podcast. We got nothing else. So we will close this out. If you liked what you listened to and you would like to listen to our other ones, you can find all of our episodes, past, future, present, at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's Libsyn. Yeah, so find them all there, download them, all that sort of fancy stuff. Subscribe to the RSS feed. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search for Pony411, go rate us there, and subscribe on iTunes and have it all auto-downloaded and stuff like that. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or the mobile apps. Just search for us, Pony411, find us. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. Find all our episodes there, along with other things. We do reviews of toys and such that come out, so you can find those there as well. Check those out.
Yes, because there's been a lot of movie toys.
There has been a lot. We have a bunch of reviews up.
Pirates,
yar! So yes, go like our videos there, subscribe to us if you want, and I guess you can comment as well, because that's apparently what you're supposed to do on YouTube. Like, comment, sub, and subscribe! Yes, you can also find us Ponyville Live. There's a whole bunch of shows that they have there. You can find us among them. Check that out. It updates with the YouTube page. You can also find us on Google Play. It's play.google.com/music. You have to put the whole thing in there, and then you can search for us, Pony411. Find us there, download us, fancy stuff. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, so tune in then. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can contact us by email. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, tell us what you liked, what you didn't like. Send us suggestions. If you have something for us to look at, send it to us. We'll take a look. If you just want to say hi, I guess that works too. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Like our page there. We'll post updates when they happen to that page. You can also find us on Twitter. We are at pony411. So follow us, tweet us. That's the best way for quick communications. See us tweet stuff like that. It's great. You can also follow us on our personal accounts. I am at Alca7raz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and he is at Nemesis Prime 1.
Yep.
So you can follow us there and tweet us directly if you want.
Yeah.
And see us tweet whatever we've been tweeting about. I think I've been tweeting pictures, a couple pictures that I've been randomly making.
Like I said, my week was eventful.
Your week was eventful. That sucks. Anyway, that's the end of the episode. I hope you liked what you heard, and I hope you tune in next week when we talk about the next episode.
Campfire Tales!
Yes, more campfires and scary stories. Maybe it's another... I hope we get more stuff like Sleepless in Ponyville. That was a good episode. Hopefully it's as good as
focus
that
on the
one.
other characters this time, though.
We already know which characters are basically the same sets.
I know.
It's a CMC,
But
so
let's
it's
just
going to be the
focus
same
on the
sets.
other 4, not those 2.
No, we're going to get some good stories. It's going to be good, I hope. It will be good. It will be good. My hopes are up. So yes, until then, please remember, pony responsibly. See ya.
Goodbye.